believe that love is an uncontrollable force. It's a silent killer that shows up.
I love being black.
To learn you know what I'm saying? Some people go in there, they just master the technicalities of the books and the research stuff like that, but they haven't learned anything about themselves. And then when they graduate, they wonder, oh, why they can't get a job. Well, going to school is not really technically for you to get a job. It's for you to be educated, and then it's for you to do something with your mind beyond that point. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, but well,
yeah. And I seen that, bro. And I seen like even from undergrad when you went to CAU, I seen like the growth of mindset that you had, and now it's just like being find a way or make a way. But now it's just like, bro, I'm not even tripping. I know, like, I'm relying on the universe. I'm going crazy. Like I don't even like this brother right here. You don't even see him sweat. It could be the office situation, and you don't even see him sweat. And maybe I'm just saying this because I knew him for my whole life, but we can be back against the wall, him back against the wall, man. And I already know you're gonna push through.
I got that shit from you. What? I know he ain't talking. Hey, I didn't see this man under some off positions and be stupid calm. I'd be like, what? Hey, some off too. Hey, off. Hey, he'll be in there. Hey, you'll be shook. The panties having panic attacks and all that. He just like how he is right now. He could probably have 100 kilos. I'm not saying that he does, but he could have 100 kilos on him right now, and the police would be having him in handcuffs right now, and he would not get caught. Thank you. Yeah, that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you feel me? That's just how we grew up, our environment, right? You know what I mean? Going to Horseman.
Thank you.
You feel me?
Yes.
In the East, you know what I mean? Meeting each other. And, having little crews and stuff out there. And, figuring it out.
Yeah. We had a good crew, man. We had somebody making weapons, man. Me and Irv was socking up everybody. You feel me? Yeah. And we had an organization. You know what I'm saying? So as adolescents, though, we had an organized mindset. You feel me? So just think, right? If we had the proper education from K through 12, you know what I'm saying, that connected to us, though. You feel me? Not that was disconnected. Is disconnected type of education. I'm talking about that connected education. Where would we be at this point?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Because they was trying to disconnect us with that education, right? Being suspended, being sent out of class, doing hella shit, lying on us or whatever. But what we really didn't know, it was getting us ready for this moment.
Right. The power of now. Mm-hmm. Everything you do now is going to dictate your future now. Everything you do now is going to dictate your future now. So it's every second you have is imperative to be doing something uncomfortable to better yourself, because it's for you. It ain't for nobody else, but it is for somebody else, because you're going to have to pass down that game and that knowledge one day. Yeah. And if you don't, you selfish. If you're not putting in work on yourself, you selfish.
Man, hey, for real. Remember that time we went to DVC, right?
Yeah.
I played football. He ran track. And it was off up there. I transferred from City College. We both transferred from City College. And I was just trying to put my head down, work, get a scholarship. You know what I mean? Do what I had to do. Had 2 jobs at the time, whatever. And Sale used to be at my practice after his practice. And he came up to me, hey, bro, because we always tap in with each other. We always let each other know, bro. Intel is everything. I told y'all from the first episode, intel is not just intelligence, bro. It's things that get you over the hump. So he notified me that somebody was on our line before the coach came to me. So pretty much what happened.
All right. So like you said, he was playing football. I was running track, and we came from a totally different environment. We had a totally different energy towards us. You feel me? So it was resistance energy because of that. So while he was at practice, you feel me, one of the best players on the team, you know what I'm saying, they was playing him anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Basically, I'm walking to go to across the street. It was a little grocery store across the street. I'm walking to the store. So the basketball coach rides up on me, and then he hop in the car. And so I'm thinking he trying to recruit me. You feel me? So I'm like, man, what this man want? You feel me? So boom, I hop in the car. He throw it in park. He was like, all right. I know you got the books,
Yeah.
and I know you got the Xbox.
Yeah.
Just give us back, and we won't press charges. And I'm like, huh?
Right.
It just stopped there. I'm like, what you mean?
Right.
He was like, I know you got the pool keys from your brother. He from the football team. You got the pool keys from your brother.
Right.
You broke into the boys basketball locker room. You stole an Xbox and you stole the books. Right. Well, this is where he had shit misconstrued at the time, because at the time I was not reading not one book. That was the last. Hey, Pops was even like, nigga, a book. Oh, yeah, wouldn't you? Hey, a book. You see what I'm saying? So. I'm telling him like, nah, that wasn't me. That wasn't us. That wasn't us. Yeah. He was like, man, just give it back, and we're gonna file. We won't file charges. So I'm like, first thing in my mind, let me go to Irv. Yeah. So he knows what's going on, so they won't try to blindside him. Yeah. So I go him. He was in a trainer. Didn't you have a? He was in a trainer. He was in the trainer, and then I told him what happened. He like, huh? Yeah. And then what? I guess.
Yeah. He pulled me out of the training room. We talked. I was like, what? That shit threw me off because. Yeah, I mean, first of all, we don't even move like that. We don't steal. We definitely ain't gonna steal no books and not no Xbox. We PlayStation, right?
Thank
all
you.
the way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yes. So he told me this, and I was just like, bro, this is sabotage written all over it. You know what I mean? It's straight sabotage. And when y'all get elevated in the game and y'all intuitive and y'all antennas is up, you start to realize, like, when you go into a place, somebody trying to sabotage you. You know what I mean? And not to say nobody else was from where we was from over there, but we always been a different, right? We never had it all. So, you know, his mindset, he can talk a little bit more about how he was, but he was more, you know what I mean, free spirited, go crazy, you know what I mean, doing it for fun. And I was more so like, okay, you know what I mean, I'm that when I'm not at practice. So it kind of hurt me when I was in the meetings, and a coach after that pulled me to the side and was like, hey, let's go talk. He didn't say nothing. They ambushed me right by the side of the locker room at DVC. The basketball coach and the football coach. I hope y'all see this. You know what I mean? Passing on, whatever. You know what I mean? And he was like, he didn't automatically take up for his player and be like, man, I know you didn't steal no book or no Xbox. He was just like, if I find out you did this, ooh, like he wanted to grill me. And then after that, I found out like my playing time significantly went down. I wasn't playing in the first place because, you know what I mean, for whatever reason or another. But he really, because that was his boy that was accusing us, he really didn't let me.
Oh, he was cool with the coach? He was cool with the basketball coach?
Yeah, they was partners.
For real?
Yeah, they was partners.
Like, they was some suckers.
Yeah, straight up.
Like, hey, man, like, nah, for real, man. The whole time at DVC, man, the whole time we get out there, we was getting pulled over. You feel me? Randomly. You feel me? My track coach didn't like me. You feel me? I was the fastest on the team. Right. He was hating on me. Right. And you feel me? Oh, he don't like sprinters. And then I get injured. Like bam. And then I'm at practice a day before the track meet at San Mateo. Yeah. He over there talking to some female or something for dumb long. You know, your muscles, once you start cooling. Yeah. So we doing curves. And I pull a hamstring. You remember I pulled a hamstring?
I remember that.
Yeah, so boom.
And he still made you run.
Yeah, he made me run that 4x1, the second leg. And I was snatching shit, remember? Yeah. And then boom, I ran that 200, and it was everybody in my heat. And I let up. That shit hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, did you let up because you were hurting, or did you let up because you were losing? Losing?
Bro, he told you he had a hamstring. Any athlete know that a hamstring is probably the most nagging injury. You know what I mean? It takes literally a season to get over a hamstring. How you gonna run on a hamstring? Yeah,
exactly. That run too, sprint on a hamstring.
Because he didn't care. He told you before, because people will tell you exactly how they feel about you before. You just gotta listen, right? I don't like sprinters.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then the correlation with that was after all this, we was mediating all this stuff about the stolen Xbox in the books. Yeah. I kept having contact and conversations with the basketball coach. So then he started doing his little investigation, and then he knew it was bullshit. So then now he want to start, reaching for shit. So now he was like, so yeah, is there a reason why you and your coach aren't on good terms? And I'm hearing you aren't really on good terms with the equipment manager. Remember, Jay, what's that nigga name? Jay. He was a buster. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. He man, they was trying it with us. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, and I just bring that up. Yeah, I mean, a story that show like, some of the trials and tribulations that, brothers go through. Like, Like this a real connection. You know what I mean? And this brings me into the introduction. Let's say yo peace with my brother Selly Bo, aka the Bo. You know what I mean? Up in this thing, masters in film and media. You feel me? Bachelors in mass media. You know what I mean? Traveler extraordinaire. Probably the most wisest dude you will ever know. Yeah, man, and I just appreciate him for being out here and blessing this pod because this is what it's for. It's for us, man. Y'all hear a lot of other stuff going on out here, but this is the real deal. This is how we talk, man, and we talk passionate. And you feel me? And it's just
hey, this is what we do, and we stay true. You see what I'm saying? Hey, when it's real, you stick to it like glue. Yes, that me. Yeah. But yeah, this squeeze, man. Hey, y'all know about squeeze, man. You know, be number one linebacker in OEL. Hey, I'm gonna keep hyping that. Hey, man, you know, be going crazy on the field for the mind, man. You understand me? Yeah, squeeze was out there every tackle he was getting off the ground, number 32. Hey, man, I already know. So yeah, that's the thing. We're passionate and we come from with nothing. You feel me? Like just think, if we had everything that people that wish they had our energy had, you feel me? I trade having the internal energy for the external energy any day because what we got is that drive. What that man say, that fire, hey, that fire never going out, man. And then what's gonna happen is we're gonna pass it and we're gonna pass the torch that keeps the fire going. You see what I'm saying? So the fire is never gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Even you could have zero. You can have nothing. I moved to Atlanta with zero. I moved to Houston with nothing. You feel me? Like, hey, and for the young brothers out there from the inner city community, step out your comfort zone, go somewhere new, see something different. Get out of the neighborhood. The hood ain't nothing. The hood is gonna be there. And then the cool part about it, it's gonna change over to somebody else new. They're gonna claim a street that nobody owns. So go see something new. It's a whole world out here. Boop boop.
Man, so you went to Atlanta like this, right?
Yes, sir.
$40.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? How'd you get through that shit, bro? Like, what was it? You know what I mean?
Man, hey, man, when I went to Fruitvale, man, and went to the bar, it slid to SFO, man. It was a bad day. It was weird. It was so weird that day, bro. But once I got in the air, bro, and I was halfway there, I'm like, oh, it hit me. Hey, whatever you just was going through means nothing. You feel me? It's about what's about to happen. So I had a mindset of walk by faith, not by sight. And I had a mindset of just ride the wave. Whatever the universe pushes you, just go. And then that's how I got out there and just start.
And again, pieces of information because a lady told you that, right?
Yeah.
Or a couple people told you just ride the wave.
No, I felt that.
Oh, you just
no. Ain't nobody told me. Hey, I felt that. Hey, that came in the spirit.
Oh, okay.
Hey, when I wasn't on a plane, just ride the wave. Hey, this the Beto. We got waves. Yeah, we already flowing. Wave. Yeah, man. You understand me? So, hey, I got out there. I came with that flow, and Atlanta just opened with open arms. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's that's a whole nother story. But yeah, boop.
And you coined boop.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, what does boop stand for?
Oh man, hey, but boop is him. You feel me? Believe, overcome, obtain, blossom, obtain, persevere. You see what I'm saying? Hey, it go crazy like that. You know what I mean? But boop was a pivotal time. In Atlanta and the AUC and shit. But yeah.
Man, everybody know boop when you come through there.
Boop.
Everybody's saying it. You know what I mean? Like they know what it is, and to go from Oakland to Atlanta. I mean, we was in LA too for a little bit. I mean, but to go through that and find your way and to change so many different lives, man, that you touched and you went through some off shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and touched motherfuckers' lives. Like they was like put you on a roller coaster, even graduate.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to see you cross them burning sands.
Right. Yeah. Moved to the A. I slept in the airport for 2 months. You feel me? I was probably evicted 5 times in undergrad. Got repoed a few times in undergrad. You feel me? Had to fight for my bachelor's degree. That had to leave it. That left Atlanta to go to Houston, which Houston, a whole nother world. Then I had to fight. I slept in a storage unit in grad school. You feel me? I even got an F on a project I did for sleeping in the storage unit in grad school. You fol me? So it shows you that even your own people could be
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In your way.
Yeah, that's real.
Like, move, get out the way. You feel me?
Yeah. A lot of times your own people be in the way because they don't understand who you are and how you move it.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't understand like this is like you might come to work every day, put your briefcase down, put a lesson board on there. This man had to walk 16 miles.
Yeah.
8 miles this way, 8 miles that way, or even more. Probably hungry.
Modern.
You know what I mean? Probably just got into an off argument with somebody. I don't know. You know what I mean? Probably, you know what I mean? So people don't know what you're going through, but you showed up and you put that still into the universe. And by the way, that's a great documentary. Where can we find it?
Oh man, go to Boo Boo Inc. man on YouTube, man. You know, understand me and sleeping in the storage unit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, tap in. You know what I mean? Slept in the storage unit. My third semester in grad school. Did a documentary on it. You know what I mean? But yeah, hey, but you now that you said that, you got to think how our ancestors had to get their education. They had to do that too. So that goes to show you that this shit still exists. They had to walk how many miles to go to get an education, and they had to go through obstacles just to get an education. You see what I'm saying? Right. So basically, nothing changed.
Right. Nothing changed,
and we're showing you.
Yeah.
And why they talk about, oh no, we're this and no. Oh, the vernacular changed,
right?
But the trajectory hasn't.
Right.
Let's make this make sense.
So why we haven't changed all these years? Why nothing changed? And they just they painting shit and putting glitter on it.
Change is scary. That's why we are change agents. That's why people get uncomfortable when we're in their environment, because we push out change just with our aura. Hey, you can't come in with the same, man, we don't want to hear about high school stuff and stuff that's going on. No, man, that's old. Yeah. What you doing now? Right. You feel me? For your future generations now. Right. What you doing for us as people? You feel me? Now. You see what I'm saying? What are you creating? Right. You see what I'm saying? Are you living up to what the Most High put you on this earth to do? If you're not doing that, not trying to hear it. Right. I go to work every day, 9 to 5. Right. You know what I'm saying? Clock in, clock out, trying to figure out what I'm gonna eat. I love my job. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then, man, I wish I could be this. Yeah. And then you be like, oh man, you should do it. No, I ain't gonna pay no bills. Yeah. That ain't gonna. But you like, how is you go to work to make money, but you don't want to create so you can have ultimate money? That makes no sense. Right. Yep. Everything that we put not we, but the white man put a price tag on is for free. It's given for free, and it may not seem like, oh man, it's not in your hands right now. But at the same time, it's like you gotta unlock shit. It's different levels that you have to unlock to get it. You know what I mean? Right. Like you can't, pretty much like you have to manifest. Like he said, what you doing right now. Because even just a moment of just sitting down and having this podcast, bro, we putting deposits into the universe, bro, and we're creating reaching a bigger audience digitally than we have before, because we could be having this conversation not on here. You know what I mean? We do it all the time. Yeah. But it just so happens that we put it here because some people might be like, whatever. But other people are going to be like, oh, okay. Right, change agent. Change agents. Yeah, I mean, and everybody got that soul and that spirit, and I tell them what they supposed to be doing. Yeah. But hey, in the Old Testament, man, they worship the King and not the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but when you worship the King, man, you focused on Bill. That's what. Hey, but Most High God say you supposed to be a astronaut for real. You supposed to really be out of space on some other shit. But you like, man, I gotta go to school for that. That's student loans and all this bullshit. And you living in fear to reach your higher self. That's the thing that people are scared of change, because shit is scary. Change is scary. So you stop living in fear. Yep. Fear, false evidence appearing real, right? Oh. Yeah, I mean, like we do that because we're like, oh well, this ain't gonna happen. Man, that's negativity. Negativity always gonna spiral. I think Dr. Phil said it. He said anxiety and negativity run around your brain like a racetrack. You gotta stop that shit right there when you get a negative thought. And I've learned that over the past couple of months. I get a negative thought, I gotta stop, check myself, or go into affirmations and be like, look, this is gonna work because. You feel me? What I mean? Yeah. Like, because it ain't gonna do nothing for you.
other than you projecting that negativity on somebody else.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You basically squabbling in your own brain. That's a
Mm-hmm.
fade. People talk about these fades. You got to fade your own mind.
Yeah.
Squabble your own brain. Squabble your own thoughts.
Yeah.
But that's too hard. It's easy to go do something physical and stupid.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do that in that mental work. It's hard to be by yourself and have to face yourself and realize your flaws and realize your burdens and whatever you was dealing with. You got to face that, and that's scary. So that's why a lot of people like to be around people, because they can hide from that.
Yep. And that's why, bro, right here, and we like this because iron sharpen iron. It's passion stuff. You feel me? Each one teach one. He give me some game. You know what I mean? I run with it. I try to do the same for brother. And you know what I mean? And we just
try. You know what I mean? Try. If you don't stop it, hey, he being nice to y'all, bro. Try. If you don't stop it. Hey, you went to undergrad first. He went to Lincoln first. Hey, he was dipping on me. I'm out here in the town. He dipping on me going to school. I'm like, we had a spot in North Hollywood. On some hate, and then the manager, he hated on this some racist shit. Yeah. So then we had to make some decisions. So you end up coming back here for a hot second, and then I remember you was like, "Oh, I got into a HBCU in Pennsylvania, Lincoln," and he just got up out of there. Yeah. So then, mind you, non-traditional. You feel me? We already went through life a little bit, so we ain't gonna do not too much, but we went through a little something. You've had a taste. So he went from that to going to Lincoln in Pennsylvania, and you could tell the difference. You know what I mean? Having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh shit. And then when you come pull back up out here for a hot second, and then sprinkle us with something clean, and then get up out of there. I'm like, hold on, bro. Hey. I
know when y'all can tell something over, like either it's a relationship, your lady or whoever you messing with start acting off and it start getting ended, and like slowly y'all stop talking and blah, blah, blah. That's how I felt like when we was in LA. Like LA was coming to an end. Like shit wasn't hitting. Mm-hmm. We were trying to get spots and stuff like that. And before, I just applied to it. And this is how it's the universe and the Most High. I applied hella long ago to a HBCU in Pennsylvania. I didn't even know where the shit was, right? Mm. And they said I got in. I didn't have no money. What the fuck I'm gonna do? Fear, right? And then you feel me? I tapped in. Shout out Reese. I tapped in with my support group, my sister. You feel me? And she was just like, "Well, we gonna make it happen." She's like, "This is what you want to do?" And I got like, "No, I don't want to be Cali." And then I was just like, "Look, I need to do that because I can't keep going through the same shit." And what it did was, for all you people, you trying to figure out what to do, you ain't got to take our route. But listen, you know what I mean? I asked myself, what can I go to improve myself, be safe, right, secure, and also get 3 meals a day and get educated, you know what I mean? And just work on myself. And no, it ain't jail. It was an HBCU. You feel me? And it just, boom.
Open wide up. Yeah, that's the safe haven, man. It don't matter how old you are. You feel me? Hey, if you want to go back to school, that's a lot of people that be having a complex towards them too, because a lot of people want to go back to school. You feel me? You talk that school stuff, so then that's why they be like, oh man, they want to get all turned up because they ain't really went through that process, and then they scared to go take that process, so they trying to act like they know about the process. Nah, you won't know it unless you go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's make it make sense. Yeah. You don't know unless you go.
Especially when you older.
For sure.
And they be like, oh, I'm older than everybody on this, but you got a mission. Like if you're supposed to be there, you will be there. And your job is, because you older, you have to take that leadership, that leadership role, and also just accept where you at. Accept that I'm here. Accept that I got to inject some stuff into some people. Accept that I got to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? And
you got to submit.
Yeah.
You got to submit.
Yeah.
That shit, school going to make you submit.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be flat broke and hungry, and you're going to need those resources that the school offers you, especially HBCU. I can't speak on nothing else. I'm HBCU. So, you know what I'm saying? It breaks you down. It breaks you down to build you back up. Because people go into that, oh, I know this, oh, I'm too good for this and other. No, you realize that you don't know nothing. You realize that he who knows he knows nothing. So you need to go in there to learn, and not just the textbook and all the learn about yourself.
Yeah.
How do you work under adversity? Yeah. How do you perform under pressure? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. How do you come out of that and then still be victorious?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what that's about.
Real talk. And a lot of times, like what we just at right now, it just ain't challenging us to do that. You know, and we wondering why, man, I can't get over this hump.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a hump of complacency.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And it ain't nobody have ever grown without with complacency and not having to confront their issues and their problems. You know what I mean?
Head on.
Head on.
Hey, face to face.
Yeah, eyes to eyes.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. But yeah, man. So shit, DC, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Just left DC for the first time. Yeah. The original Black Mecca. You know what I'm saying? It was a vibe. You know, had to touch the A. You know what I'm saying? Out there, H-Town. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Third Ward. Shout out to goddamn Vice City. Goddamn Atlanta. Yeah, man. Shout out to Georgia Avenue in DC, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, it's all one now. Shout out to LA too. Well,
modern day Brotha, man. It been around, man. It's an accumulation of everything that you touched and you've been a part of, man. And just soaking it up and giving it back. You know what I mean? And you just sit back and relax because all these other traps is not gonna make you react.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Energy not created, stored, just transferred, man. You understand? Yeah. So hey, you either transfer good energy or bad energy. You either getting good energy or bad energy. It's up to you. You know, a lot of people be thinking that everything is about the monetary gain. No, it's about self. It's about the energy. Everything has energy. Everything is made up of atoms. You see what I'm saying? So it's on you, like you said. You know, when you think negativity, it's so easy to think that. It's so easy to think something could go wrong because we went through so much and we so traumatized. But that's when we were on that level. Right. You got to know when you've leveled up. Right. If you don't know that, you will always revert back to the level that you feel comfortable.
And that's real. And that's why, like, it's important never to quit because when you're going through something, it's your brain adapting, right? It's adapting to the situation because your brain is made to figure out a problem. It's made to solve a problem, but you're not going to get it just right there. You have to stay in it until you get the fruit of it. You know, you get the lesson of what it's trying to show you. And one thing too, you can get it and then you can be tested on it again and see if you really pass. Right?
You might fail a few times. Yeah. It might be 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 100 times. You might fail. Yeah. But you keep going at it. Yeah. Hey, all you need is that one. Right. That one, and you to the next level. It's like playing a video game. Yeah. You get to that one off level, and then you play it back to back. You get buzzed, frustrated. What you say? When you get frustrated, that means you learning. He told me that. You frustrated, and I use that. So you play that level over and over again, and then finally you beat it. You like, oh. Beat it. So then now it's easy to beat. When you go back to that level, it's easy. Right. You know what to do now. Right. That's when you learn. You learn off failure. Failure, the F stands for foundation. So if you don't look at a failure as a bad thing. I know that we switched for that, but that's what downloaded. Failure is a foundation. Yeah.
Man, everything's so contorted and backwards, right? Because man, people try to roast you for being a failure. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like if you win at everything and you got everything handed to you, man, it creates this entitled persona where you break down once you get some adversity. Mm-hmm. You know, once somebody tell you no or once somebody tell you do X, Y, and Z, you don't know what to. Yeah, you know I mean,
hey man, we in the town, man. Yesterday, so we looking around, man. On everything. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? But yeah, no, for real. Hey man, that's why they buy stuff like a potato chip, man. When they come to the least, the weakest, you be looking like, and then they come to you complaining about stuff. Yeah. But mind you, you get them advice, right? Yeah. They won't listen, but then they come to you complaining about stuff because they think they have more of the outer things than you, right? Yeah. So then they don't have to listen to you. And then when it comes to you, they want to be crying to you. Why are you crying to me?
And let me tell you this: if y'all know Sally Bo, man, if y'all ever meet him and y'all want to talk about him some real shit, he gonna give it to you straight up. He gonna tell you some shit that you gonna be like, damn, all right. But you know what I mean? If you humble enough, you know what I mean? If you put your ego to the side, he gonna tell you some shit that's really gonna challenge you. And you know who better to do it but you, bro.
Appreciate you. Hey, got to, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, somebody got to be held accountable. Hey, my professor told me I don't get held accountable. Hey, man, life holds me accountable. Right. Hey, you talking about?
that's people's perspective, though. You know what I mean? People's perspective be based upon shit that they make up in their mind. It's that anxiety. You know, he might see you walk out of class or see you not listening to him, and he be like, "Oh, he's entitled. He think he's gonna get it." Well, you don't know nothing about this man. You don't know nothing from a can of paint. Right?
Nothing. Don't even care to know.
No.
Yeah. So stuck on everybody have this complex. They want to feel important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody wants to feel important. That's the law of human nature.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I get it. But on the same token, you have to be humble.
Yeah.
You can be humble and important. That's what makes you more important.
Yeah. I told my son, I was just like, man, after karate, I told him, like, you only gonna go as far as what you know. You know, and if you're not listening, you're not gonna know very much.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That, oh, I already know it. I already know that. I already did that. Woo, woo, woo. All right, cool, bro. But you know, shit repeats itself, right?
It's a lot of already knows.
Right.
Well, hey, when they start saying already know, you just don't even say no more. There's no point even talking to you no more. You already know what I'm gonna tell you. Right. You purposely resisted.
Yeah.
Your fault.
Yeah. Right. Purposely.
Yeah. Already. Indeed.
Yeah, baby. You want to talk about, man? Get on. You feel me?
Oh man, hey man, it's just it's fortunate we here, man. We've been through a lot, bro. You feel me? Hey, from the gate, man. We've been rocking since kindergarten. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like I ain't been out here 10 years, so we are catching up on some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's just man, just appreciate you to have you as a brother, man. You see what I'm saying? Hey, come on, man. Hey, you know how this shit go, man. Hey, we've been doing this, man, since the beginning. Off shit. If we was to really just have a real segment, bro, it's over. We being nice because we you know what I mean? But let's be real. People know. The ones that know, they know. If you know, you know. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, boo.
I believe that love is uncontrollable force. It's a silent killer